Should offices be open on Friday? This is something that I've honestly had a lot of ethical turmoil, emotional turmoil over as my business grows. And initially, I told my team, don't worry about working Fridays unless you need to get your hours in, unless it works for your flow, because I truly believe that's the best for us. It's really not healthy to sit at a computer staring at a screen 5 days a week. As someone who owns a boutique marketing firm exclusively serving nonprofits, I decided early on that I wanted the best for my employees, especially as someone who has burnout twice. I want to make sure that my team doesn't go down the same path I did. So I started when I was a little team of 2, 3, 4 people. Don't worry about working on Fridays. Design the work schedule that works best for you to get your hours in and to be responsible, and figure out a workflow that works for you as a human and a life. But I started feeling a lot of, I would say, pressure. One of the chaotic things is I determined that internally, but never communicated that schedule externally. So my team was only working Monday through Thursday, and I was constantly on call. And over the last 6 weeks, we've gotten continual things on, I would say, Friday afternoons, for things that need to be done by Monday. And so as a business owner of a boutique marketing firm serving nonprofits, and Friday afternoon someone's asking and it really needs to happen by next week, that does not give me enough time, and it is only me because no one else is working, to schedule that out for someone. But so I started to think, well, maybe I should make people work Fridays and re-examine my commitment to being on the forefront of effective and healthy work cultures. And then I thought, wait, this is really how I feel. That instead of doing what is best for the employee, for efficiency and effectiveness of how we work in the deliverables we do, which is probably the most important, I'm going to go with these shoulds. Well, clients are messaging, so we probably should be open. Well, client offices are open, so we probably should be open. I also very much have the philosophy of, this is marketing, it should be strategic, and there shouldn't be a lot of nonprofit marketing emergencies. Anyway, so as I was going through all of these dilemmas, I kept stumbling upon every time I thought about if our offices should be open on Fridays, I kept finding myself stumbling upon the word should. And one of the models I thought was, well, yes, we should be open on Fridays, but I want to do what's best for my employees. So I'm going to restaff with a whole nother team of contract people just to work Fridays. Which honestly is the worst idea ever, but that was my solution to do best for my employees and still follow down that should rabbit hole. And then I remembered, it actually was my first TEDx talk, was really getting to the philosophy, which was, I think, my phrase for myself for 2021, which was F shoulds. And I truly do believe, especially as women, especially as for me, a Midwestern woman, that every time we find ourselves saying we should do something, there's a lot of unpacking we need to do about why. And it often just has to do with external perceptions and nothing to do with outcomes, efficiency, effectiveness, wants, and just conformity. And that's when I stopped myself and said, well, if the only reason I can come up with to be open Fridays is because we should, and there's no other layer under it, I'm going to go on the cutting edge and say no. So I'm going to do what I know is right for my organization and for my clients, because they're going to get the best work from my team, that our office hours and responsiveness are Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's it. And what that's really going to do is give my team members not only space to work on major projects or not work on major projects or go celebrate their grandmother's birthday on a Friday, it's also going to give them the space to not be interrupted by other members of the team and by me if they are deep working on Fridays. So after all that back and forth, I decided to F shoulds and go ahead and do what I know is right. And we are going to be closed Fridays. I'm saying it loud and clear. And one of the things I will encourage you to do, I truly believe that nobody's working 9 to 5, sitting at desks, Monday through Friday. That's not how people get their best work. So in addition to things like not being open on Fridays, and that's not just internally, that's also going to be something we're rolling out to our clients so they know. And that doesn't mean no, we're not having meetings. It means no one is expected to work on Fridays. No, please go do other things for your mental health and for you as a whole human on Fridays. So in addition to not being open on Fridays, I really am focused on things to make sure, as a small business owner, I really want to make sure that not only does my team do their best work, but I create an environment to ensure that they don't make the same mistakes I do. As a recovering perfectionist, as someone that is the victim of double burnout, it's so important that I create a work environment where my team can thrive. So yes, it is true that I just got a message that 3 members of my team met for their social and played Uno, including who won and lost. And earlier this week, our entire team did play code names together. No, we didn't just sit there knocking out project work, but we did play code names together. And that's a way for us that are fortunate to work whenever we want in a virtual space to be able to kind of spend some time doing what other people might do in a staff lounge or a water cooler chat and just kind of chill, relax, have fun, laugh together. And I'm excited to continue to do things that not only will do the best for my team, but attract the right clients. And one thing I learned is if someone decides that because we're not open on Fridays, they're not going to hire us, we are probably dodging a bullet, and that's not the client for us. So excited to continue nerding out with you about nonprofit marketing. Thank you for listening to me ramble about what's going on with my team and in life. And I look forward, if you have any comments about whether or not I'm doing the right thing or what you think about being open on Fridays, please leave me a comment. Let's keep the discussion going. And until next week.